Welcome to issue 10 of the Bansko Buzz newsletter audio version. Let's get into it. A historic milestone for Bansko. There was festivals, films and folklore marking 112 years of independence. This is a photo of different activities and scenery from around Bansko, and that's by the local municipality. So on Saturday the 5th of October, that will mark the official holiday and celebrations of Bansko becoming independent from Ottoman rule 112 years ago. From tomorrow, Monday the 30th, until next Saturday, there's going to be lots of different events in town, such as documentary films, school museum, a water festival, the Chronicle of the Mountain event, World Walking Day event, We Do Sports Together event, a folklore festival, and children's cinema panorama. There's more information about all these individual events and links to further information about them in the events section further down in the newsletter. Inside the Bansko Notice Board Facebook group this week, there were 62 new posts, 176 new comments, and 728 reactions. Where is the best coffee in Bansko? I added a poll to the group to ask people where they think the best coffee in Bansko is and why, and what's their favourite. There are a variety of different options, and many people chose to vote, so make sure that you vote in that over the next week or so if you're interested in giving your opinion. The hire car dilemma, am I being ripped off? Michael posted about his recent car hire experience and whether it's normal to pay a weekly fee for the vignette. And the vignette is for when you're driving on toll roads, so anywhere out of Bansko town. If you're driving out of city centres, then you usually need the vignette. Lots of times, companies and individuals will register it for a year because I think it's about 90 lev or something like that for the year. So it's not crazy expensive. But he then charged extra on a weekly fee with the rental car company. But you can actually go online and check the registration and see how long the vignette is registered for. And he's checked and he's seen that it's a yearly one. So there were some interesting thoughts in the comments, so go and have a read of those if you want to. Is there a forest gym in the mountain? Casimir wants to know where the forest gym is on Google. A few people had some directions for him. And it's good to see that there's kind of two main gyms that are in outside environment rather than in buildings. One is where this forest gym is up by the eco park, and then the other one is down in the town park, just on essentially on Sar Simeon Road, where the town park is. There's an outside gym there, so if you wanted to go to an outside gym, possibly good now, maybe not in the winter months, but around early summer, late summer, it's potentially quite good to go to. Bearded fella seeks cigarette lighter plugs for a trip to Greece. So Scott from Smoky Mountain wanted to know which shop's best to have lighter plugs instead of trekking to all the different ones and seeing. So obviously asking the community if somebody knows. A few people had different answers, so head there and see if you want to know that information, head over to that post. Local Bansko news. European Day of Sports in Schools. Bansko celebrated European Sports Week this week, promoting the physical activity and a healthy lifestyle among students. Sports educators and coaches prepared games to encourage physical activity and develop social skills. Pretty nice. If you want more information, click on this link. Dobranish Day lift changes schedule of operation. So the lift up to Bezbog Hut will operate differently from the 14th to the 31st of October. Monday to Thursday, it'll operate from 8:30 to 9:30 am and then 3 until 4 p.m. in the afternoon. And then on Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays, it will operate during the day, so from 8:30 in the morning until 4 p.m. It's then going to change in November, and it's going to operate from 8:30 in the morning to 3:45 every day. That's due to scheduled maintenance that will run before the winter season. So it's best to take in mind if you want to go up to Bezbog Hut on that chairlift. Bansko wraps up summer programme and festivities. Running from the middle of June to the end of September, Bansko put on a number of interesting festivals, activities, showcases and events. It included 14 exhibitions of painting and artwork, 10 folklore groups and ensembles, cultural evenings, festivals such as the Jazz Fest, very popular, and much more other events and festivities. I think we can both agree that Bansko does actually do a great job with its summer programme. If you want to look at the write-up and some photos, then click and tap on this link. Early bird ski season pass prices announced. So if you want a season pass for the 24-25 season, then the early bird prices have been announced. The announcement is that between the 1st of October, so this coming Tuesday, and the 30th of November, the price will be 1,700 Bulgarian leva. That's a 13.3% increase on the early bird offer from last season, so 200 leva. And it seems that the non-early bird offer is the same plus 200 leva again. So it was 70. So 1,700 was the after early bird offer last year, and it was 1,500 was the early bird. Now the early bird is 1,700, and obviously the full price after the early bird pricing will be 1,900 leva. It's growing a little bit much. I think 13.3 is above inflation average. I think inflation is around 5-6% in Bulgaria at the moment, so it is kind of racketing up there, especially if they're increasing for the past few years, 200 leva every year. That's a bit much, I think, but to each their own. There were a lot of discussion on the post, so if you click on this info, it's to the notice board discussion about it and where I posted of information about it, so have a look there if you want to add a comment, etc. Supporting charities in the local area. There's 3 charities in Bansko that we support at the Bansko Buzz and on the notice board. They are Sunflower, who continuously support the 4 safety homes in Bansko, the dementia home in Mesta, and a centre for people with special needs. There's the Mountain Rescue Service, who's made mostly up of volunteers. They'll respond to calls at any time, day and night. Doesn't matter what the conditions are. They'll hike up that mountain and go and rescue you, no matter the conditions or where you are. And then Bansko Street Dogs. Bansko Street Dogs helps street dogs in Bansko and the surrounding areas through emergency care, neutering, flea and tick treatment, and helping keep streeties warm and well nourished with kennels and feeding stations. Events coming up next week: a Walk into the Past concert in Razlog. A concert celebrating the freedom of Razlog will take place tomorrow on Monday the 30th at 6 p.m. in front of the community centre, which is in the main square. Individual performances will be brought together by a scriptwriter, showcasing how things have changed over the past 115 years. If you want more information, click or tap on this link. Bansko's celebrations will be celebrations for liberation and freedom. So from tomorrow, Monday the 30th, to Saturday the 5th of October, Bansko will celebrate its liberation and freedom from the Ottoman Empire. There'll be different activities, as mentioned in the start of the newsletter, from sport and activities for children to a folklore festival, a museum opening days, and the time will be vibrant with different activities during the week. If you want more information about those individual activities, then click or tap on this link. You will need a translation in your browser or a plugin if you don't read in Cyrillic. Screening of the mountain documentary. So tomorrow, Monday the 30th at 6 p.m. at the Tourist Information Centre in Bansko, there's a screening of this documentary. The film tells a story about the life of a life and the tragic fate of one of the greatest poets in Bulgaria, this person. Entrance is free, but I did double check, they did finally get back to me, and it will be in Bulgarian only and Cyrillic only. So if you don't read or can understand Bulgarian, then you might have a hard time understanding and going. But there's more information here if you want it. If you do, then fantastic. Headlong, apparently it's a good documentary. The Wings of Good charity motorcycle event in Razlog. So the municipality of Razlog is organising a charity motorcycle event to raise funds for children with special educational needs. That's going to take place on Saturday around 12 noon, and it will also include a culinary exhibition of food, music and local produce from 12:30. So if you want more information about that, you can click or tap on this link. Seems like quite a good event to go to. If you've got any events or an event that you want to include for next week's Buzz, then make sure you click on this form, fill it in by 6 p.m. on Friday. Weather forecast. It's, chilly nights are coming up now. We're progressing through the year. We've had all the warmth and whatnot. Still getting a few thunderstorms though, so it is what it is. Make sure you have an umbrella if you're in town. It looks like it's going to be chilly. And the rest of the country is going to be chilly, so it's starting to cool down now after summer and whatnot. And hopefully it's going to be accurate and it's not going to rain a lot. If you want a close to accurate forecast, then go to Meteor Blue here or go to your app store and download the app from them. It's close to accurate from them. Before you go, we're now on week 10. So 2 and a bit months, the Bansko Buzz has been going. There's going to be a few small-ish changes coming up over the next few weeks. I've just put here, we're going to head into winter season soon, which is the busy time in Bansko. Sometimes in winter season it can be February that it's estimated that the population in Bansko is around 10,000. That is a constant amount that live here. And then it's speculated that another 10,000 in 2 or 3 weeks in February. Then another 10,000 are in the town, so there's like 20,000 people in town, which is quite a lot, right? Hence why I'm saying it's the busy period. Not to worry, the news and events sections are staying here. The Bansko notice board summary is still staying here as well because there's a lot of noise on social media. There's not going to be a massive amount more content either, so it's not going to be like, oh, we're extending so many different things. Literally going to be some tweaks around, there'll be some surprises thrown in, but mainly it's just tweaking things about and just making it a little bit better for people who want to get all the information but don't want a load of information, if you get what I mean. And that's it for week 10 of the Bansko Buzz newsletter audio version. If you're not already subscribed to the Bansko Buzz, then feel free to go to www.banskobuzz.com. Bansko Buzz is the only newsletter for Bansko Town in Bulgaria, bringing you news, events and happenings in Bansko Town every single week.